Vitamins and minerals, manganese. We will now review this next micronutrient involved in antioxidant functions in the body. We see here sources of manganese. We have whole grains, dried fruit, nuts, and leafy vegetables. We'll talk about the absorption of this trace mineral. So there is not much known about the exact mechanisms of absorption for manganese, but it is hypothesized that it is absorbed through the brush border membrane through the DMT1 channel. There is a low rate of absorption for manganese, so this is similar to non-heme iron. We saw for non-heme iron the percent absorption was about 2 to 3%. It is similar for manganese at about 5%. We'll see information on the transport of manganese through circulation. So we see there are different modes that it will be transported through the bloodstream. It will either be transported as free manganese. It will be bound to alpha-2 macroglobulin, so it can be free or bound to this protein alpha-2 macroglobulin or albumin, beta globulin or gamma globulin. Or it can be oxidized to the manganese 3+ oxidation state and complexed with transferrin. We see that we have the storage of manganese in the mitochondria, and we'll see that manganese, its function is going to be active primarily in the mitochondria as well. So a key function of manganese is its role in an antioxidant enzyme, so it has an antioxidant capacity. You can see it's a component of this manganese superoxide dismutase. The manganese superoxide dismutase is a manganese-dependent oxidoreductase metalloenzyme. We can see that it prevents lipid peroxidation in the mitochondria. So this will be different than the zinc-copper superoxide dismutase that is active in the cytosol and in the blood. We see that the activity of the manganese superoxide dismutase is occurring within the mitochondria. And you can see that it reduces these peroxyl radicals. So we see the formula here. So the peroxyl radical will then, through the activity of the superoxide dismutase, become reduced. Also, we can see that the manganese is involved in the activation of a number of enzymes. So we see transferases, hydrolases, lyases, oxidoreductases, and ligases and synthetases that will be activated by manganese. We see here more specifically that manganese-dependent transferases play a role in the synthesis of connective tissue. So these will be the specific enzymes, and the reactions catalyzed by these enzymes are involved in forming components that will eventually lead to the formation of what's called proteoglycans. And then proteoglycans are important structural components of connective tissues such as cartilage and bone. So this is involved in the structure, the synthesizing components that make up the structure of bone and cartilage. So we see the AI level here for manganese. For men, it's 2.3 milligrams per day. For women, it's 1.8 milligrams per day. And for women, it's slightly higher in pregnancy and lactation. We can see that deficiency of this mineral can lead to nausea and vomiting, dermatitis, implications to bone formation, and altered carbohydrate and lipid metabolism. We see here the tolerable upper intake level for manganese is 11 milligrams per day, and we can see that chronic excess intake of manganese in extreme cases can lead to liver failure.